Trump says he has selected his vice presidential pick, but who is it and who should it be if Trump wants to have the best chance of winning re-election in November? All that and more now on Drafts Grievances. While not a historical first, the decision by former President Donald Trump to drop his former Vice President Mike Pence as his running mate is extremely unusual. Only a handful of times in U.S. history has a president seeking re-election chosen to drop his vice president. But that is where we find ourselves today after Pence heroically split with Trump over Trump's false claim that the 2020 election was rigged against him. Those were just some of the thousands of Trump supporters chanting "Hang Mike Pence" as they stormed the U.S. Capitol, trying to stop Vice President Pence from carrying out his constitutional duty to certify the 2020 election in favor of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. The bloodthirsty, violent Trump insurrectionists barging into the Capitol and coming within just feet of Vice President Pence before he was safely whisked away by the Secret Service. It would then take more than 4 hours for the police and National Guard to secure the Capitol again so that Congress could reconvene and Pence could finally declare Joe Biden the 46th president of the United States. And with that decision to follow the Constitution, Pence was dead to Trump.
Were you worried about him during that siege? Were you worried about his safety?
No, I thought he was well protected, and I had heard that he was in good shape.
No, you heard those chants. That was terrible. I mean, it was,
he could have. Well, the people were very angry.
They were saying, "Hang Mike
Because
Pence."
it's common sense. How can you, if you know a vote is fraudulent, right?
Yeah.
How can you pass on a fraudulent vote to Congress?
Yes, Trump signaling many months after the Capitol attack, he supported the calls of his supporters to hang his vice president. So now, after being nominated again by the Republican Party to be their presidential nominee, Trump needs to select a new running mate. And this past weekend, Trump announced he knows who his pick will be for VP, and said that person will attend his debate against President Joe Biden this Thursday night in Atlanta. Trump previously said he will announce his VP selection at the GOP convention beginning in Milwaukee on July 15th. But according to NBC News, Trump has narrowed down his list to 3 potential candidates: North Dakota's Republican Governor Doug Burgum, Ohio's junior Republican Senator J.D. Vance, and Florida's senior Republican Senator Marco Rubio. Sources familiar with the selection process telling NBC News that Burgum and Vance are considered to be the top 2 finalists, but Rubio is still being considered. And News Nation is now reporting that Burgum will be one of the Trump campaign's surrogates attending this week's presidential debate. Of course, Vance and Rubio could also attend the debate, and another potential VP pick, South Carolina's Republican Senator Tim Scott, also reportedly plans to be at the debate. So with all that stipulated, who will Trump pick, and who should Trump pick, and who might sway Trump's decision? As Trump has repeatedly said, for decades, he values loyalty above everything else. And while both Burgum and Rubio ran against Trump for president, Burgum has rarely, if ever, said anything negative about Trump, while Rubio repeatedly clashed with Trump in 2016. calling Trump not only a, quote, con man, but questioning the size of Trump's anatomy.
He's always calling me Little Marco. And I'll admit, the guy, he's taller than me, he's like 6'2", which is why I don't understand why his hands are the size of someone who's 5'2". Have you seen his hands? They're like this. And you know what they say about men with small hands?
As for Vance, while he never ran against Trump, he has a long history of being a, quote, anti-Trump guy. Vance previously warning that Trump might be, quote, America's Hitler. And he would be an idiot if he, Vance, voted for Trump. And while both Rubio and Vance have drastically changed their tune on Trump, becoming MAGA sycophants, Burgum clearly wins the Trump loyalty round. In addition to fidelity to Trump, the self-absorbed, narcissistic former president also does not want a VP who could upstage him. And that requirement poses a problem for both Rubio and Vance. Both U.S. senators are decades younger than Trump, at just 39 years old for Vance and 53 years old for Rubio. And likely both have a long history ahead of them in politics if they so choose. Trump absolutely doesn't want a vice president who is focused on building their own brand ahead of a future presidential run, while they are supposed to be serving him as vice president. Meanwhile, at almost 70 years old, Burgum could run for president again, but that seems far less likely considering his age and lack of national profile. So once again, Burgum comes out on top in the don't upstage Trump round. And while presidential nominees traditionally have a slew of other factors they consider when making their VP pick, I really think loyalty and subservience is all Trump cares about. And therefore, it seems likely that Trump's first choice for VP is Doug Burgum. But as I have said in many previous episodes of Grievances, I think Trump's best choice for VP would be Marco Rubio. The Florida senator would bring youth and vitality to the Republican ticket, and likely help Trump with Hispanic voters who appear to be increasingly flirting with voting for Trump. Rubio would also be the first Latino person on a major party presidential ticket and may help Trump appeal to suburban women and traditional Republicans who voted for Nikki Haley over Trump in the GOP primary earlier this year. Which is why Fox News host Sean Hannity has reportedly been pushing Trump to choose Rubio as his running mate. Meanwhile, Trump's eldest son, Don Jr., has reportedly been going to bat for a Vice President J.D. Vance. But the person who likely may have the greatest impact on Trump's pick is his wife, Melania. The former First Lady reportedly played a pivotal role in helping Trump choose Pence to be his first VP. Whoever Trump picks, Grievances will have full analysis right here. And don't forget to watch our special debate coverage right here this Friday. Thank you for watching Graf's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share, and join me in the next one.